It has been called an epidemic, one of the biggest problems facing law enforcement today.
Tennessee has passed new laws to stop the rampant abuse of prescription pain pills, but an exclusive News Channel 5 investigation raises questions about how well those laws are working. Investigative reporter Ben Hall monitored activity outside a newly licensed clinic.
Well, that's right. And what we caught on camera was troubling not only to us, but to lawmakers and even the doctor inside the clinic.
What a boring wait.
They are candid conversations in front of a Nashville pain clinic.
I've been here 6-7 hours before you. Yeah, I've been here for a while before.
We found people sitting in their cars instead of waiting inside an often packed waiting room at Belmont Medical Group on Franklin Road.
I sat up here for 9.5 hours one day.
One woman freely talked about ways to abuse pain pills.
I can get all the coat off of them. Yeah. Put them in a piece of plastic, take a hammer and break them.
They didn't know the woman they were talking to, who we'll call Jane, was wearing a mic. Jane's concern with the clinic is deeply personal.
I can't sit back and watch him do this anymore.
She's worried about a loved one who goes there and questions the large amount of pain medication the doctor prescribes for him every month.
How in the world can a doctor with a license feel good about giving a man that kind of medicine?
The only doctor at the clinic is Dr. James Pogue. There's no indication he has broken the law, but our investigation raises questions about how well the state's new law regulating pain clinics is working.
He gave them to me.
Jane says her relative gave her his pharmacy records. They show that Dr. Pogue prescribed him 180 OxyContin pills and 180 oxycodone pills month after month last year. The records show the relative often went to 2 different pharmacies to fill those and other prescriptions. Despite having no job and no insurance, he spent $15,000 at one pharmacy and more than $12,000 at the other.
Could he take all of these pills?
I don't know how.
We showed the records to pharmacist and state representative David Shepard.
Does it concern you that there are doctors out there that are prescribing this much?
Yeah, it does.
Does this appear excessive to you?
Yes.
I don't know where he gets that money.
Do you think he might be reselling them on the street?
Don't doubt it.
When Jane stood in front of the clinic, she found one woman who did just that.
I'm fixing to hand over 40 of them.
Mm-hmm.
About 150. Mm-hmm. So basically, I got to make my money on my Xanaxes and my other. Mm-hmm. But me and you need to swap numbers because me and you probably do a lot of business together.
She said selling the pills helps her pay for the $335 monthly doctor visit and covers the cost of buying the prescriptions.
I got probably 15, 20 people I deal with every night. Mm-hmm. Back and forth. And then we all go at different times, so we've always got something nobody's seen.
Our surveillance appears to show others sharing pills. These people waited in front of the clinic for hours. They left with 4 people inside their car and went straight to a pharmacy. Only the driver emerges with a bag. Our video appears to show others in the car snorting crushed pills.
You look at that video, is that acceptable?
Oh, what I saw in the video, heavens no.
Representative Bob Ramsey sponsored the bill that led to the regulation of pain clinics.
This is an approved clinic. Does that mean that there's some failure here?
Certainly.
Dr. Pogue declined our interview requests. He instead sent a staff member to look at the videos and provided 2 statements, which said in part, "We are shocked, saddened, and angered by the recordings that News Channel 5 has allowed our office manager to review. We can neither confirm or deny that persons seen on these videos are patients at this facility, but this type of behavior will not be tolerated."
How can he justify giving these people this amount of medication?
But most of all, Jane feels desperate to save her loved one.
It's just sad to see this just wonderful young man throwing his life away.
Again, there's no indication the doctor knew what was happening outside his office. He wouldn't interview with us. But, Vicki, what we found has raised questions about what's really going on.
All right. Thanks so much, Ben. Now, the state has licensed more than 200 pain clinics since the first of the year. It has the power to issue fines to pain clinics that don't comply with regulations. But so far, the state has not issued any fines. A prominent doctor in an upscale Nashville neighborhood has been suspended from practicing medicine tonight. It follows a News Channel 5 investigation which showed people planning drug deals outside of his office. Investigative reporter Ben Hall discovered the state took action after our report.
Well, that's right. The state suspended Dr. James Pogue's license for 6 months. Our undercover investigation revealed he prescribed huge amounts of prescription drugs.
I'm fixing to hand over 40 of them. So basically, I got to make my money on that same accident.
There's shocking conversations detailing prescription drug abuse outside a Nashville pain clinic exposed by our investigation 6 months ago.
Get all the coat off of them. Yeah. Put them in a piece of plastic, take a hammer and break them.
Now the state has suspended the license of the clinic's doctor. Dr. James Pogue signed this agreed order, admitting to gross malpractice and unethical conduct. He must also surrender his permit to operate a pain clinic.
Thank goodness part of the efforts has taken this doctor off the street.
It was an emotional victory for this woman. She always believed the doctor was overprescribing pain pills.
I can't sit back and watch him do this anymore.
The woman, who we're calling Jane, agreed to record conversations outside the clinic after learning Dr. Pogue prescribed a close relative up to 360 pain pills a month. Nearly $30,000 worth of pills her relatives somehow paid for with cash last year.
I got probably 15, 20 people I deal with every month, back and forth. And we all go at different times, so we've always got something when nobody's seen it.
The story got the state's attention. After its investigation, Dr. Pogue admitted he prescribed controlled substances to at least 21 people at such large levels that made it likely they would become addicted, and stated he engaged in a pattern of ignorance, negligence, or incompetence.
I worked too hard and too long not to stand up and say, thank goodness.
Jane believes her loved one is alive today because Dr. Pogue is no longer prescribing him pain pills. She hopes he'll one day see she did what she did out of love.
I know mine probably hates me, but oh well, he's alive.
Dr. Pogue must also pay a $22,000 fine, and he's lost his license to dispense controlled substances. The state and the federal government came down hard.
Is there any indication there may be criminal charges, Ben?
Well, not at this time. Now, Dr. Pogue admits to a lot of violations. 2 DEA agents visited his home last week. But again, there's no indication at this time of a criminal investigation.
All right, thanks so much. Now, if you'd like to read the entire order signed by Dr. Pogue or see the original story, you can go to our website at newschannel5.com.